Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Ming. On my channel I do a variety of lifestyle videos and shop with me videos. In today's video I want to spill all the tea of what I use to create videos in my channel. So when I first started my YouTube channel, even for now, I'm always curious what other content creators use. I'm always looking for like the best equipment, more budget friendly equipment to improve my video quality. And when I first started, these videos really helped me out. So I also want to help out anyone who's interested in starting your own YouTube channel, or if you're just curious, what do content creators use to create their videos? This is the video for you. Also, I'll link all of the products down below. So first of all, I get a lot of questions of what I use to film my videos. So if this is the first time you're in my channel, I film different variety of content. A lot of times I film shop with me videos, go into Costco or a grocery store. So when I go into the stores to film shop with me videos, I am very, like conscious. A lot of times if you take a camera into someone else's shops, usually people get more alert. For some reason, the idea of holding a camera to someone, it makes people feel like very uncomfortable. However, people are very used to the phones, because every time I shop at Costco, I see people FaceTiming with their family, like, do you want this one? Do you want that? So when I go into the shops to stores, I use my iPhone. And personally, I have an iPhone 14, and this is your iPhone 14 Pro with 3 cameras, which is really, really good. So what I use is I use the video and use like the 0.5 cam. So in this way, it's like a wide length camera. And also when you use a wide length camera, it stabilizes the image really, really well. So when I go into the store, I just use my iPhone to film, and it has pretty good quality. So I try to shoot in 4K as much as I can. It will make the footage really high, but if anyone is watching my videos on a TV, the 4K quality makes a difference. I know iPhone doesn't have as good of the quality as compared to like a camera, but if it's shot in 4K, when you like put it on like a huge screen or TV, not make your image blurry compared to if you film with your normal camera. It's like 1080p if it's not 4K. When you like make the image super big, you go to your settings, you just search for camera, and this is where you can change. For the video, I put 4K at 60 FPS. So FPS means frame per second. So why do I shoot in 60 frame per second compared to like the default is usually 30? Like when you're walking around in the store or when you're vlogging, sometimes if you are flashing your camera super fast, if you make a motion like this, it will make people very dizzy, and you will actually, like, if you slow down the footage, the video will get really choppy. So why slow-mo filmed at 240 is like it slow down the footage of like every single second. There are like 240 frames. That is a lot of frames. So like when you slow down the footage, it's like so smooth compared to if you film at like 30 per second. 4K at 60 frame per second, and that is the best for me personally. It will make the image super high. It will take a longer time to render the videos when you edit the videos, but it's worth it. And also, if you are filming, important thing is your sound quality. So I do wear a cordless lavalier mic when I go into the stores. It depends on which store I go to. If I go to a store like Costco, I just wear a mic. So I have 2 mics that I recommend depending on what you're comfortable with. Previously, I've been using the cheaper mic, but some of you guys, actually most of you guys didn't mind, but I think one of you guys actually said the sound quality was so bad that you didn't like it, and I was like, that is a constructive criticism. Actually appreciate the feedback a lot. What I appreciate is people are like, oh, you sound like an idiot, or there are people who are like making fun of my accent. I'm like, there's no place for that here, because linguistic discrimination is a type of discrimination. If you discriminate me just because I have an accent, it's on you, it's not on me. But if people actually comment in my video like the lighting is bad or the video quality is bad, I do take it to my heart and try to improve as much as I can, and I do appreciate constructive criticism. And so if you don't have any budget, this mic is good enough. I think most of you guys didn't care, but it's definitely not the best sound quality, but it's good enough. It blurs out a lot of the noises. So this is from the brand ULANZI, and this is their mic where I actually have 2. One goes to like the USB-C, one goes to the actual like the lightning cable with iPhone, because I have an older iPhone, it doesn't have a USB-C port. So I have one with a lightning cable too, so you just plug it in if you have a phone that connects to whatever. This one is for my iPad, but I have another one, it's like outside in my car. So to receive the sound from this, and there's a little button where you turn it on. And it goes a little, if it's flashing, it means it's not connected. So you have to connect it to this to your actual like phone or iPad, whatever that's like, you know, it's working. Once it's connected like with a good stable connection, then this one will be stable green. And I just put this one on my little like close and I just talk through here. So this one, the sound quality is not 100% the best, but it's good enough if you're just starting your channel and you're not making any profit or making any revenue. I think it's good enough. It's like about $50. So after I saw that comment, I was like, I need to improve my sound quality because you guys deserve it and I want to make my videos really good quality for you guys. So I actually invested in this DJI mic. This is their DJI Mic 2. This one was about $200-ish. It has a charging case, which is really good. So this one, it comes with a receiver too. This is the receiver. It's just like the Rode mic receiver. Yes, I have a third mic. So it's like a receiver. It looks like this and you have two. And it comes with two transmitters. And this is what, like when you are transmitting things. And it has like a little red button. It has a little record memory inside of this. So if for some reason, if you forgot to charge your receiver, you can still store the actual voice file inside of this. Once you connect this to your computer, you can actually get the file out. So this is a really like a backup. Like if you forgot to turn this on, like this is good enough. Put this on, right? And like this is a lightning cable and I put this on. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. The receiver actually comes with, this is the lightning cable that goes like older iPhone. And now it has like a USB-C. So if you have a higher, like if you have the new 15, you can use this one. And it also comes with a wire. So if you want to plug it into a camera, you just go to like right here. So it has an output and an input. So, and then there's a charging case. It's really convenient. I mainly use this to connect to my phone, so that's why I don't actually disconnect it. But it's really convenient and it's good to record for like 9 hours, but I usually charge it before that. Everything is in this case. It has two transmitters, one receiver. You can use the lightning cable or you can use the USB-C. It also has like an audio jack that you can connect to your camera if you want to. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, this is the mic that I recommend because it comes with all of the connector. You can use it on your camera, you can use it for your phone, your iPad. Previously, I also bought the Rode mic. This is the Rode Pro mic. And actually, I bought the Pro 2 version. So it comes with one receiver and two transmitters. So two mic and one receiver that connects to your camera. I actually do not like the Rode as much as the DJI for several reasons. First of all, the setting of this is harder and it doesn't have as good of a noise cancelling. Like the DJI one has really good noise cancelling on its own, and the Rode one, I have two mics. This one I put a little sticker here because one of the mic doesn't work as well. The battery always dies. When you first turn it on, it will say that it has like battery. In about 2 minutes, it will just die. The battery will just die and it wouldn't have any warning and stuff. I will film the rest of my video without sound, and later after I film the whole video, I realize that, but then it's too late. It happens to me all the time and it drives me crazy. Like it's the worst feeling ever that you film the entire video, everything is done, and afterwards you check and like there's no sound because the battery died after 2 minutes. But I would charge it to full and it will still die in 2 minutes. And I looked it up online. Apparently it happens to a lot of them, a lot of people. It only happens to one of the mic. There's a good mic and a bad mic. So Rode, I'm so sorry. I switched to DJI. If I have one regret is that I wish I didn't buy the Rode. I wish I just bought a DJI in the first place because the Rode one, the quality control, not so good. So now let's get into like for sit down videos like this, or for videos like taste test or my Trader Joe's hauls. Like there is a camera in front of me. When I film at home or if I go travel, I try to film with a camera so the footage looks a little bit more real versus with your iPhone. It try to give you that depth of view with that like digital technological like afterward processing. It's kind of artificial. Digitally, it fixed the footage to like perfection, but it looks so fake, whereas the camera has like a very nice depth of field. So the camera that I'm using right now is the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. Before this one, I actually bought a Sony ZV-1 Mark I. I hated a Mark I, but Mark II is so much better. It fixed all of the problems from Mark I to Mark II. Yeah. All right, so in front of you, this is the Sony ZV-1 Mark I. I used this particular camera for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think, before I switched to Mark II. The major two differences is that, first of all, the Mark II, the one I'm using right now, the newest one, it has a wider lens, which is great for vlog. Because if you buy a camera like this, you want to be able to vlog. But the Mark I, the problem is it's so zoomed in. I have to really try really hard to like vlog like this. The second problem, which is the biggest problem that I ran into for Sony ZV-1 Mark I, is the image stabilizer. This one, the image stabilizer is so bad. And if you want to turn on the actual image stabilizer of this, it will zoom in a little bit more. So when you're actually vlogging with this, you're just showing your head. But the whole idea of vlog is showing your background, right? So no. And when there's no image stabilizer, the camera, the footage is almost to the point that it's non-usable. Like by just walking a little bit, the image becomes so shaky. Okay, let me show you how unstable the image is with this. Like, look, if I walk around with this Mark I, like later, you will see that the image is like super shaky. Even if I just use my hands, like the image stabilizer is not as good. So now I'm gonna switch to my favorite camera, which is the Mark II. This is the Mark II. As you can tell, if I walk with this, it's like wider lens. You can see my house, you can see the background a little bit more. And there's also an image stabilizer. Even if like sometimes if I like my hands are a little bit shaky, it kind of stabilizes a little bit. It's not like a gamble or what, to the point that I feel like even when I edit the videos, it gives me a headache. The third reason is that with the Mark I, see, the little tripod thing is right here. So once you plug it in, you can't really open this. Look, this is the one that where you switch your, you change your SD card or you switch up your battery. So once you put like a little tripod, you can't open this. So the problem just becomes, if every time I'm filming and I need to change my battery, I have to unscrew my tripod, take the tripod out of my camera, switch up a new battery, and then like, and the battery life of the Sony ZV-1 is not very good. It usually lasts for about 30 to 40 minutes tops. But this is not too bad of a camera, because before this, when I first started my YouTube video, so I was using the Canon G7X Mark II. The problem with the Canon G7X is it doesn't have an audio jack, so you cannot plug in a microphone. And sometimes when I vlog outside, like the sound quality becomes so bad. Alright guys, now I switched the camera. This is the Sony ZV-1 Mark I. So I switched my camera. So this is the footage from the ZV-1 Mark I. As you can see, when I put the camera wherever it was, it's more zoomed in. You can see my big head popping up right now. And then this is the background. So this camera is actually not that bad. If you only film sit-down videos, all you need to do is to play with where your camera is. If you sit back a little bit, then that's fine. But right now I'm in my arm length towards my camera. So if I vlog, this is like the length of my arm holding camera. So as you can see, you can rarely see the background in the back. It's mainly my head. So it's very hard to vlog with the Mark I, but it's still not a bad camera like for sit-down videos like this. If you only film sit-down videos, I don't think it matters that much. This is the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. So this one has a better image stabilizer. So if you vlog like this, the image is less shaky. And also if you can compare the footage from this one is a little bit wider lens. It feels like I'm sitting right here, but really I was sitting right here. Another difference is that they changed the tripod port from here to here. So now if you have a tripod linked here, you can still open this. See, that makes a huge difference in my workflow because oftentimes I will have to change my battery during my filming, and it's a hassle every time I have to unscrew my tripod, re-screw my tripod, versus this one, you just screw your tripod here and you can always take your SD card out, you can always take your like battery out. It's just better workflow. So those three differences are the main differences. I also have a Canon 80D, I also have a Canon like M50, they're also very good, but I think from day-to-day life, I realize I'm using this one way more because it's smaller, it's easier just to put in my purse. And another difference between Mark 1 and Mark 2 is actually the audio, because Mark 1, if you don't use the mic, it's only like a shotgun directional mic towards in front of the camera. So this is like aimed for like a vlog or for content creators. Versus this one, the Mark 2 actually has 360 surrounding mic. So if you unplug the mic that, like this mic, if you just use the mic that comes with it, like the camera mic, can absorb the voice, the sound from the surroundings. But I tried the audio, it's still not as good as like the plug-in mic. So I still wouldn't trust the camera mic, I would still plug-in mic, even though it's like an improvement on the mic quality as well from Mark 1 to Mark 2. So this is the one that I use to film sit-down videos. And the mic that I use is from the brand Movo, and this one is like $50. The reason why I like this one is it's not battery powered. It's not as good as like the Pro mic that I got from Rode. But let me tell you, it's so much better not having to worry about battery ran out, because there are times when I was using the Rode Pro mic and then it has to be battery powered, and the battery died during filming, and you cannot see the battery light from the front, you have to see it from the back. But when you're vlogging, like you can't see the back. So afterwards, after filming like 30 minutes, the first 10 minutes has sound, the last 20 minutes doesn't have sound. This is the Rode Pro mic that I got. This one was priced as like $200 something, and honestly, it's the worst it's the worst mic I got, because I think this is the Rode quality control thing. So this thing, you're supposed to be able to rotate this wheel, but for some reason this one just doesn't work. Let me show you. Turn this wheel and then you can slice and unslice and tie. Like this one, you can't turn the wheel, it's kind of like stuck. Again, quality control not the best, so you can't really plug it in. And it was just so bad. Like you can kind of semi plug it, but you can plug it all the time because this wheel is not movable. This has been a problem. And then you need to change the battery. There's like a battery power, and here is the little thing, and you turn it on, see the lights. But if you're like talking from here, you can't see the lights. But this one, the battery power is more powerful. You can get better sound quality, but I feel like it's for professionals. For my videos, I feel like these mobile mics are good enough. Link all of this down below. If you feel like you want to try the Rode one, definitely go ahead. It's not like bad. I think I just got unlucky that every time I buy a Rode mic, there's some quality control issues. I wish I could reach to Rode, but I don't know how to reach to Rode customer service. I think it's out of warranty, and it's just so much hassle with this. I was worried to break it. And the same thing with this one. I don't know what's going on with this one. I have two mics, and one of them works like a charm, the other one doesn't. Personally, I just use this Movo one. It's only $50, but it's good quality. So now let me show you what I use for the tripod. So I used to use like an actual standalone tripod, but again, I felt like it's so much hassle and it takes up so much space in our house. It's messy. So now I just try to put my tripod on top of the counter, on top of the table. So for the tripod, this is the tripod I use. This is from the brand ULANZI. This is my favorite tripod because you can make it go like this, what it looks like. So this is the best tripod that I use. I love the brand ULANZI. I try to buy a lot of things there. Like I said, like the more affordable mic that I used to use is from here too. So this is a really good tripod. There we go. Here is my tripod. That I want to talk about is lighting. I have several ring lights. I will link them down below, but recently I've been lazy because ring lights is harder to set up, so I've been using this light. It's kind of, I watched Jaclyn Hill's Amazon favorite, and this one is not just for content creators. If you like to film, like take selfies, you can just take it with your camera. It looks like this, and you just hook it on your phone or camera. Look, the lighting is super good, but I think this one I have to charge it. It's almost out of battery. That's why I forgot to charge it before because I used it earlier. Look, the lighting, without the lighting, with the lighting. without the lighting, with the lighting. And you can switch the cool and warmth of the lighting. You can also turn it super bright and super like subtle. So, and it's so light, you can just put it in your purse if you go out, if you go to like anywhere with your friends and you want to take selfie. This is also good ring lights for any content creators for TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube. This is really good lighting, very portable. Other than this, I also use the M50, but truth to be told, ever since I bought the Mark II of ZV-1, I've been using the M50 less. It's a really good mirrorless camera. I also bought this lens. This is a wide angle lens, and I use this camera to film a lot of vlogs. A little bit heavier, it's a little bit bigger. It's harder to vlog with this because it's a little bit heavier, but with the wide lens, it's really good quality, and you can change the lens, which is really good. So you can buy, you can upgrade your lens. You can buy the Sigma lens. So if you are thinking about going professional with YouTube, if you're thinking like, I want to amp the quality, I want to be able to use like a really fancy lens, get the Canon M50. There's so many more lenses, like new lenses that are more compatible with the Canon M50, and you can even buy an adapter to adapt the lens to the M50. So highly recommend if you want a mirrorless camera that have a lot of lens compatible to it, get this one. Alternatively, you can get the Sony Alpha 6500. That one is good too, but I started my YouTube journey with my Canon camera. I recently just switched to Sony, and I've been only using the point and shoot, and I think it's good enough for the type of content that I create right now. Alright, so lastly, let's talk about editing. For any like long form videos, I use the Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is a really good one. If you don't want to use Final Cut, if you don't want to pay, use the iMovie. But the Final Cut Pro just makes my workflow so much easier with the new features and more advanced features. And it's a one-time fee. I think it's $300, and then you can use it for life, which I like. I don't like to pay subscriptions. I like to buy something and just keep using it. I don't like subscriptions. So to me, Final Cut Pro works really, really well. And I use my Mac, my little Mac Pro, to edit my videos. I do not like to use like other computers, even though I had like an Alienware as well. I don't like that because I like the Apple environment, because I will film videos with my phone and I will airdrop these video clips towards my Mac, and I just use my Apple products to edit right away. It's way more convenient compared to if you have to transfer things from your phone to other things. Short form content, I use this app called InShot. I actually paid for it to remove any watermarks. So this video I haven't uploaded, so it's like a review. So it's basically editing like using the computer, but you can voice over. It has like all of the like transitions, effect, filter, split. You can change the speed. You can like, this is like really good for a phone editing software. Do not use any like local editing software. I feel like none of the local softwares are as easy as the InShots. Like the Instagram Reel local editing software is kind of annoying. TikTok, they remove some of the features. Adding on some of the features is annoying. And also if you edit in TikTok, you cannot upload the same videos with the TikTok watermark to YouTube to monetize, because YouTube is against that. So I will edit any of my short form content in InShots without the watermark. I use the Pro paid version, so I can upload the same content to different things. All I need is to add like audio local based. Like I add audio in TikTok, I add audio Instagram Reels, but I don't do a lot of short form content. But when I do, I use the app InShot. Yeah, that's it. That is all of the tea that I have to spill. Those are the things I use to create the content for this channel. I hope this video can be helpful to you. If you have any suggestions, please comment down below. I would love to know what you suggest to use to improve the quality of the videos in my channel. That's it for today. Thumbs up and subscribe, and you can check out all of the products in the link down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Happy creating!